Thank you for taking time to learn about AlitekWatch managed services for OpenText and how Reveille monitoring software can help organizations like yours keep OpenText systems running smoothly with fewer surprises and less time spent troubleshooting. Let's dive in. So, why do you need AlitekWatch? Most OpenText platforms support critical business operations, so when they slow down or go offline, the cost adds up quickly. How quickly? Gartner and Splunk have estimated it can be over $5,000 a minute. And the longer it takes to find out something is wrong, the longer it can take to resolve the issue. Unfortunately, most organizations don't find out something's wrong until users are already impacted. That's because monitoring tends to be manual or rely on infrastructure tools that are insufficient for monitoring what is important in OpenText. But there's good news. AlitekWatch is an affordable, cost-effective way to empower administrators to be proactive, more effective, and significantly more efficient. Let's see how AlitekWatch improves things. Alitek has been an OpenText partner since we started 20 years ago. Most of our services are around implementing OpenText, and 10 years ago we added support services. In the beginning, we monitored those systems much like many of you likely do, manually checking and tracking things and addressing issues and outages when users called in. That worked okay, but 4 years ago, we teamed up with Reveille to add their powerful monitoring solution, and things got much better for us and our clients. Reveille has been around longer than we have, refining and enhancing their specialized monitoring software. They know and can monitor not only OpenText, but all the leading EIM, IDP, and RPA vendors, such as FileNet, Kofax, Highland, UiPath, and others. AlitekWatch brings together two key strengths: our experienced OpenText support team and Reveille's powerful monitoring platform provided as SaaS. That means you can get the monitoring, the alerts, and the help you need to act on them. The result? Better system availability and performance, lower overhead, and fewer surprises. As I mentioned, the foundation of AlitekWatch is Reveille, advanced purpose-built monitoring software for OpenText platforms. We offer it as SaaS, so it's hosted and administered by our team, and it's more than just server pings or CPU alerts. We'll get into more details about what is monitored later. In addition to knowing about issues or potential issues with alerts and notifications, the software provides a myriad of features for seeing, reporting, and even addressing what is going on in your system. It would be difficult and expensive to customize infrastructure monitoring tools to replicate what Reveille provides right out of the box. So next, we'll take a look at some of the specific services and performance areas that are monitored. So what can we monitor that infrastructure monitoring tools can't? A lot. There are hundreds of pre-configured tests and monitors designed specifically for OpenText. These monitor the functions and services that keep OpenText running, but can be failing, degraded, or misbehaving, even when traditional infrastructure tools say, the server's just fine. And Reveille updates the catalog of tests and metrics as OpenText adds and changes things, and these are made available for no additional cost. We also add new tests from time to time, and when we do, these are also available at no additional charge. And if you need a new test that does not exist, we can set one up for you. On the server side, we keep a close eye on all the components that support your OpenText environment, from application and web servers to database and integration servers. We monitor uptime, restart application pools when needed, track session counts and database query activity, and also keep an eye on resource usage like CPU, RAM, and disk space. And it's all visible in one place, which helps reduce troubleshooting time and shortens the mean time to resolution when there is an issue or a metric exceeds a threshold. In addition to server-level functions, we're also tracking performance and usage metrics. These give you deeper insight into what's happening across the platform. That includes things like web client performance, content retrieval times, search behavior, and license activity, so you can spot trends or pressure points before they cause issues. Alerts triggered by thresholds that are breached give you the opportunity to take action before you experience slowdowns or outages. We also monitor security events like logins and version usage, as well as workflow queues, including alerts when items are sitting too long in specific steps. You get the visibility you need to proactively manage the system instead of just reacting after something breaks and users start calling. Here we'll take a quick look at the tests available for Content Server. and as you can see, it's, well, extensive. This illustrates why Reveille is such a powerful foundation. These tests were developed based on real-world needs and have evolved right alongside OpenText. This is why AlitekWatch can deliver value quickly without weeks of custom configuration. As impressive as this level of monitoring is, it is only part of the story. Let's see how you can get, analyze, and take action on what's being detected. Monitoring is great, but being able to take action based on what you find is what really matters. AlitekWatch doesn't just send alerts. We support flexible notification logic that can escalate automatically when key issues occur, such as a Severity 1 failure or a database outage. We can notify individuals or distribution groups and even integrate directly with ticketing platforms like ServiceNow. The goal here is simple. Detect issues before your users do, get the information to the right support folks, and hopefully respond fast enough that users aren't impacted and don't have to get involved. We also provide a full set of standard reports, technical, operational, and management, so you can track trends, stay on top of SLAs, and provide real insight back to management. Things like daily availability, user experience scores, error summaries, and monthly uptime, all tracked automatically and with pre-existing reports. And if you need something specific, we can create custom reports for your environment. And these reports aren't just for IT. They can also help leadership see system performance trends and plan for future growth. Just think about how much time can be saved each period if you don't have to gather data and prepare these kinds of reports yourself. They can be right at your fingertips. Here's a quick snapshot of one of our reports. In this example, we're showing availability by day, with a breakdown of which services or systems triggered alerts. Reports like this help you spot recurring issues, measure uptime at a glance, and back up your operational performance with objective, real data. And standard reports can be tailored to what your team or leadership wants to see. Once you have this kind of visibility, the next big step we can take is acting on it automatically, which we'll cover next. Here's where we can really make an impact on efficiency. AlitekWatch could take specific automated actions, like running a PowerShell script, restarting a service, or even rebooting a server, triggered by real-time monitoring. You can also automate routine tasks, like executing a command based on exactly what's happening in your environment. And it's smart. Actions can be tied to specific days and times, like Sundays between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m., to avoid disruption during business hours, or if certain issues are known to routinely happen during specific times. You can even require approval before an action runs, giving your team full control while still saving time. The chart illustrates the story. As monitoring and automation increases, time spent on manual health checks goes down, freeing your team to focus on higher value work. Now let's take a look at how you can visualize all this activity in real time. All of the monitoring and automation we have discussed is only useful if it's easy to access and understand. That's where the online console, dashboards, and heat maps come in. These are the key features of our standard subscription level. We have clear visual summaries that show the health of your systems, where issues are happening, and what needs attention. Whether you're in IT operations or reporting to leadership, it's a fast way to see the big picture and drill into the details when needed. And when something on the dashboard stands out, you can click right into it to get more details, which we'll look at next. When something on the dashboard stands out, you can click right into it, and that's where this level of detail really pays off. You'll see what triggered the test, what the impact might be, and what action was taken, all in real time. Whether it's a failed login, a stopped service, or a license creeping towards the threshold, you can trace it all the way down. That kind of visibility helps your team troubleshoot faster, or avoid manual troubleshooting altogether through automated responses. Now that you've seen what the platform can do, let's walk through a few real-world use cases. Let's start with one of the most common issues we see, services that stop unexpectedly. Whether it's indexing or a web service, if a service goes down, users will get disrupted. With AlitekWatch, we can configure monitors to automatically detect when specific services stop. From there, we can restart the service automatically and optionally require an approval before taking action. It's totally flexible. This helps avoid outages and resolve problems before they start piling up in the help desk queue, and all without having to get onto the server and do it manually. Next, Let's look at server maintenance windows and how we can help avoid the troubles they can cause. During planned maintenance, like patches, reboots, or upgrades, we often suppress alerts automatically to avoid unnecessary noise. But once maintenance is complete, we want to be sure all services are back up and running. AlitekWatch checks for key application services and infrastructure health across all systems. Here is an example of a two-part automated action. We can automatically start multiple services in the right order in the middle of the night. It's a simple way to bring structure and validation to those off-hours updates and not have a full inbox on Monday mornings. Here's another valuable use case, performance benchmarking. We track things like response times, login duration, and document retrieval performance over time, not just snapshots. These let you spot slowdowns early, and just as importantly, prove when performance is solid. Whether you're troubleshooting a complaint or planning a system upgrade, having performance data you can trust makes all the difference. This last use case highlights Reveille's User Analytics module. This is an optional, patented add-on that provides real-time visibility into how users are interacting with your OpenText system. You can monitor things like document access, indexing activity, and record retrieval, all tied to specific users and sessions, and even specific content or stores in the system. One financial services client used it to track access to folders tied to high-profile celebrity accounts. They didn't want to lock access down, but still wanted to know immediately if someone accesses these folders. We set up real-time monitoring to see who accessed what, when, and from where, so they could respond instantly if something didn't look right. And it's not just about access. If the user experience drops below a certain level, Reveille can capture a snapshot of infrastructure, user activity, and content state, helping your team find root causes quickly. This level of insight supports not just security, but also license tracking, chargeback reporting, and compliance monitoring. We'll be hosting another webinar soon focused specifically on user analytics, so keep an eye out or let us know if you'd like to go deeper on this topic. One thing we've seen consistently over the last 10 years, supporting more than a dozen different clients, is that OpenText systems don't run in a vacuum. They rely on infrastructure, databases, third-party systems, integrations, and sometimes even custom applications. And when something goes wrong, it isn't always obvious where the issue is. For years, we addressed that through deep experience and a lot of manual investigation. But when we added Reveille monitoring to our managed services 4 years ago, it made a huge impact. Now we can monitor entire ecosystems for multiple clients proactively, spot issues earlier, and act faster, often before users are even affected. Our clients can get similar results for their own environments with our hosted monitoring SaaS. That said, monitoring alone doesn't fix everything. There are always going to be issues that need expert knowledge, troubleshooting, or just extra bandwidth. And don't forget about application changes and enhancements. That's why we have a support model that can provide the level of services that work for you. We have described how Reveille's automated monitoring works. Now we'll look at how we package and make it available along with access to our support services. All of our subscription levels include Reveille monitoring with the same monitoring and alert functionality. And then we bundle a range of reporting and support services to meet your needs. For Basic, we generate and email a weekly open errors report. Since Basic does not include the online console, this ensures our clients know about all errors that have not been closed out. Our standard or proactive level adds access to the online console and reports, providing the same real-time visibility we use to support our premium clients. Our premium level is concierge white glove support. Here, we proactively manage the environment on your behalf, again, using the same online console available with standard subscription. Many support services, which we will describe next, are bundled with premium. Most support services are available at all levels, with a few being reserved only for premium clients. Next, we'll see the kind of support services that are available, and then we'll discuss which subscription level would be best for your organization. Here are the support services available at each level. All levels include pre-established hourly support rates. Items 1 through 4 are only available with premium and are included in the annual subscription cost. Items 5 through 9 are also included with premium, but also available a la carte with basic and standard. Items 10 through 20 are examples of additional services that can be requested. Number 10, application enhancements, is one of the many clients are interested in, especially when they have limited or constrained developer expertise or bandwidth. How does it work for a la carte services? A client submits a support request, we provide an estimate, and proceed with the work when it is approved. This provides an easy, low-drag approach. So, which level is right for you? Here are some of the important factors and characteristics we use to help clients choose the right subscription level for their needs. First, consider that all subscriptions provide the same monitoring capabilities, alerts, reports, and automated actions that make admins more efficient and improve system availability. So from that perspective, choosing between basic and standard primarily depends on whether you want or need the real-time access to the online console and reports. If you have a larger or more complex system, or you definitely want to be more proactive, the console is invaluable. But rest assured, there is definitely value in the standard subscription with the online console, even if you have a smaller or simpler system. And both levels provide access to supplemental a la carte support, whether for particular expertise or additional bandwidth when needed. When it comes to premium, it's more about how your organization prefers to address staffing, which really includes finding, hiring, training, and retaining experienced OpenText resources. With premium, you keep first-level day-to-day support in-house, things like adding and removing users, setting permissions, and basic user support, while outsourcing more advanced activities like troubleshooting, issue resolution, and maintenance to an experienced team to keep headcount and hiring overhead down. And all three tiers include a la carte, application enhancement support, and other services, so no matter what you need, we've got you covered when you need assistance. We'd be happy to meet with you individually to discuss your specific needs and budget. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about AlitekWatch and how hosted automated monitoring can support your OpenText environment. We covered how the platform works, what it monitors, the kinds of problems it helps prevent, and the flexible support options available through our subscription tiers. Because AlitekWatch is delivered as a hosted SaaS offering, not software you have to install and manage, it's faster, easier, and more cost-effective than standing up OpenText monitoring on your own. And it is way better than having no monitoring at all, believe me. And if you're not fully convinced, we do offer a low-cost trial with no long-term commitment, so you can try it out for yourself. If you'd like to talk through what support might look like for your team, or get help choosing the right subscription level, we'd be happy to connect. You can email us at sales@alitek.com or visit the link on the screen to explore more about AlitekWatch Managed Services. Thank you.